Morning mist hugged the hills as a lone Zen master walked a forest path back toward his monastery. The ground was wet from last night's rain. Each step made a soft paper crunch, the way damp leaves do, when they're almost dry but not quite. You could smell the earth. You could hear the sound of your own breath. He wasn't in a hurry. He was doing that quiet kind of walking, where every step is a tiny bow to the world. From the trees behind him, a tiger emerged. Not a cartoon, real, heavy, patient. The monk froze. His heart knocked once, twice, hard enough to count. The tiger's eyes were steady, ancient, not angry, just hungry. He stepped backward. The tiger stepped forward. That delicate, dangerous dance continued until the path ended in a cliff. Below, a second tiger paced the rocks along the river, as if the universe had copy-pasted the problem just to make a point. So, okay. Behind him, teeth. Below him, different teeth. Somewhere in the middle, one squishy, extremely edible monk. Between two stones at the cliff's edge, the monk spotted a wild vine. He wrapped his hands around it and eased himself over the side. The upper tiger padded to the cliff's lip, peering down. The lower tiger glanced up, flicked its tail. The vine held. His arms shook, but it held. And then the universe, apparently bored, added two tiny assistants. A white mouse and a black mouse scampered out from a crack in the rock and began nibbling the vine. Not maliciously, just doing what mice do. A tiger above, a tiger below. A rope that suddenly looked more like a deadline. Dangling there, the monk noticed something red to his right. A small, wild strawberry, impossibly bright against the gray of the rock. He steadied himself, stretched his hand, and picked it. He looked at the fruit as if it were the first color he'd ever seen. He placed it on his tongue. It was sweet, sun-warm, sharp around the edges, then honey. He chewed slowly. He closed his eyes. For one full breath, there were no tigers, no mice, no cliff. There was only the taste of now. When he finished, he opened his eyes. The world hadn't changed. The upper tiger still waited. The lower tiger still paced. The mice still did their tiny, important work. But the monk's face was different. Not safer, just clearer. He held the vine. He kept breathing. You know this feeling. Maybe your upper tiger is a past mistake, stalking you from behind. Maybe your lower tiger is a future worry, waiting below. And the mice? Time, obviously, nibbling your vine, whether you watch them or not. We handle this like experts. We replay old conversations, argue with imaginary people, spreadsheet scenarios at 2 a.m., Google 16 articles that say the same thing with different fonts, then wonder why our chest feels loud. We think if we solve every variable, the tigers will write polite resignation letters and leave. They don't. What the monk does isn't denial. He doesn't pretend the tigers aren't there. He doesn't rename them emotional opportunities. He just stops outsourcing his entire life to fear. He notices the one real, bite-sized thing that is actually available in this moment and experiences it completely. That strawberry isn't an escape. It's a reset. A reminder that even inside chaos, there is a door into presence. Spoiler, the door is always now. Not after you fix everything, not once your calendar behaves. Now. Presence doesn't erase problems. It changes the quality of the mind that meets them. A mind soaked in panic makes clumsy moves. A mind anchored in direct experience can choose wisely, move cleanly, or even stay still without freezing. Stop and taste the strawberry.